Hi. When I introduced the Weeby channel and this program, Ask Dr. B, I said that we were going to be asking all of you to share questions that I could answer about issues that are affecting your well being. And so, of course, when I shared this with family and friends, I said to all of them, hey, send in questions that are relevant, that are important to you, and again, these can be questions that are very general because we have a lot of questions about well-being in general, but they can also be very specific. Whatever is of interest to you, please feel free to send them in. So I asked my daughters, and they are wonderful young women, and they both agreed to think of a question to help kick things off in terms of us starting this process of question and answer. And so today you are going to see, and then I'll come back and answer it. You're going to see my oldest daughter, Gracie. Right now, you're going to see her question. Go ahead.
Hi there. I am submitting my question for Dr. B, although you're a mom to me. My first question that I wanted to kind of submit into this space is, what are your thoughts about being a young adult in a corporate space? And I know this is, can be relevant to some people. It's certainly pertinent to me. But I often feel like I have imposter syndrome, or that I'm being judged for my inexperience, maybe naiveness in the setting. I know my talent and worth at the company, but it feels discouraging sometimes. How would you suggest that I tackle kind of these anxious thoughts or negative thought patterns? Thanks, Mom.
I think that's such an important question that Gracie asked, and I think it is relevant for so many people, and not just when they're young, going from being a student into a professional, into their professional identity. It's something that affects all of us, but it is more prevalent, if you will, at transitions in our life. But first, I want to say that this is a very normal, very common human experience to feel like you're an imposter. I still feel that way. And I've done so many things on so many world stages and been with important people. And there are still times when I think, really? You all think that I can be helpful here, that I have this knowledge? So I think, first of all, it's important to recognize that it is something we all experience. Second, I think it's really important in terms of managing this experience. And Gracie hinted at it in her video, actually, to really recognize your value, recognize what you know you are good at. Basically, go ahead and puff yourself up a bit about, I know I'm good at this, and this. Remind yourself of that. On the other side of that, it's important to be humble. Be humble. It's not helpful to you or to the situation or to anyone else to try to, kind of fake it till you make it when it comes to, this kind of issue. It's not helpful to you to pretend that you know more than you do. It's not useful to your organization because they hired you. They want you there because they know what you do know. They want you to do what you are capable of. So be humble. Acknowledge when you don't know something. Acknowledge when you've made a mistake. Seek help from people who are your peers in your workplace. Make sure you have really good mentors. That is so important. People who can talk with you about that particular culture in that particular company, help you understand. You may be experiencing something where I think Gracie mentioned, feeling like she's being, dismissed or not taken seriously. It may have nothing to do with her. In fact, it probably doesn't. But a mentor may be able to help her see that so that she can then let that go. It's really important to track how this is affecting you, the level of distress, the level of anxiety, the level of discomfort you may be having as a result of this. Because mild to moderate at times, again, totally normal. We all go through that. It actually helps us feel over time more and more confident. I did that presentation, I managed that meeting, I wrote that report, it went well, we gain confidence. But if it's interfering with your ability to sleep on a regular basis, if it's causing you to be irritable, if it's causing you to be preoccupied, if it's interfering with your relationships, if you're not taking care of yourself, you're not exercising, you're struggling beyond what is manageable day to day, give yourself a little time with that transition. If this is a recent shift, give yourself a few weeks. But if you look back and it's been 3 months, 4 months, and things are not shifting and you're not feeling better, it is probably time then to seek some professional help and support. Maybe in the form of a mental health professional, maybe in a support group, a peer support group where a bunch of young professionals are getting together and talking about their challenges, talking about the challenges that they're having and providing support to each other. Remember that self-care is so critical. Remember to share what works for you with others in your situation, because then they will do the same for you. Remember to be gentle with yourself. We all make mistakes. We're all learning. Life is a journey. I hope that I never feel like I've got it all, I know it all, because something would be definitely wrong if I ever feel that way. So keep at it. Make sure you're focusing on the self-care. Seek help if it feels like it's gone on too long and you really are having trouble managing it day to day. And thank you so much, Gracie, for sending in that great question. And thank you all for watching.